everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I'm Nuzhat Sana and in this video I'll discuss today's top current and static general studies questions for UPSC Prelims Examination 2022 onwards. And these questions are framed keeping in view both the factual as well as analytical aspects of UPSC Prelims exam. Also, I would like to inform you that these questions are part of GK Today's UPSC Prelims Test Series, which is available in GK Today Android app. And the test series for 2022 Prelims Examination comprises total of 7500 questions, divided 2500 questions on current general studies and 5000 questions on static general studies. And the series has started from May 2021 and it will end with UPSC Prelims Examinations 2022. So if you wish to access all questions of GK Today UPSC Prelims Test Series, you may subscribe the test series in the app. So now without wasting any further time, let's get started.
So today this is our 29th lecture and now let's start. Question number 1. With reference to the subsidy regime on sugar in India, consider the following statements. First of all, talking about sugar production. India is the world's second largest sugar producer after Brazil and it is the largest consumer. Okay. So basically in 2018 to 19, India was the top sugar producer and the key sugar production states in India are UP, Maharashtra and Karnataka. Fine. Now let's come to the statements. First statement says the fair and remunerative price is defined by each state government for its sugarcane farmers. Before it, let's try to understand the price determination of sugar structure. Actually, sugar prices are determined by either federal government or you can say central government or the state government. So federal government announces FRP, which are determined on the recommendation of CACP, that is Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices, and are announced by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, which is chaired by our Prime Minister. And talking about CACP, it is an attached body of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare and it came into existence in 1965. So this is basically an advisory body whose recommendations are not binding on government at all. Okay. And talking about state government, SAP, that is state advised prices, are announced by key sugarcane producing states which were generally higher than FRP. Okay. So basically the FRP is the price paid by the sugar mills to the sugarcane farmers. And this FRP is determined by CACP and not by each state government. Okay. So this is wrong. Second statement says FRP is paid by the state governments directly to sugarcane farmers. No, this is not the case. Hence here correct answer is neither 1 nor 2. Actually, in the month of December 2020, a subsidy was approved to encourage the sugar mills to export 6 million tons in the year 2020 to 21. And why it is in news? Because recently the center reduced the subsidy for sugar export from 6,000 rupees to 4,000 rupees per ton as there is a steady rise in global sugar prices. Also, CCEA, that is Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, has approved the hike in FRP of sugarcane for sugar season 2021 to 22. Okay. Next question. With reference to the current 2021 digital service tax regime in India, consider the following statements. First of all, what is digital service tax? Actually, it is aimed at ensuring that non-residents, digital service providers pay their fair share of tax on revenues generated in the Indian digital market. So first statement says, India imposes digital service tax on the non-resident digital service providers on their income generated in India. So yes, this is a type of tax that is levied on the non-resident digital service providers on their income that is generated in the taxing country. So that's why it is correct. And second statement says the current digital service tax rate is 5%. No, this value is 2% at present. Okay. So now as of 2021, digital service tax is levied by 26 countries such as UK, and UK charges 2%, Italy with 3%, Turkey with 7.5%, etc. Fine. So here correct answer is only 1. So basically it was in news due to the reason that USTR, that is United States Trade Representative, published a report concluding that 2% digital service tax introduced by Indian government by Finance Act 2020 discriminates against US businesses and contravenes settled principles of international tax law. So this India's 2% DST is levied on revenues generated from digital services offered in India, including digital platform services, digital content sales, and data related services. Okay. Also, India was one of the first countries in the world to introduce 6% equalization levy in 2016, but this was restricted to online advertisement services. So basically in March 2020, it expanded the scope of existing equalization levy to a range of digital services that include e-commerce platforms, and any payments by non-resident in connection with an Indian user will now attract a 2% charge. Okay. Next question. Which of the following is our correct observations about the term cytokine storm that was recently in news? First of all, what is the role of cytokine in our body? These are actually inflammatory immunological proteins that are there to fight off infections and ward off cancers. But if this inflammatory response is not regulated properly, then various dangerous consequences can be followed up, and this is when a cytokine storm can be triggered. So this is a type of unregulated functioning of immune system. That is, the immune system starts to overreact, leading to cell damage and potential death. Okay. So first statement says it refers to unregulated function of immune system. Yes, this is correct. And during the cytokine storm, there is an overproduction of immune cells and cytokines. And these cytokines are signaling proteins produced by the cells into the bloodstream. So such cytokine storm occur because of an infection, autoimmune disease, or other infectious and non-infectious diseases. So it is one of the complications observed in COVID-19 patients. And the symptoms of cytokine storm include inflammation, high fever, severe fatigue, nausea, etc. So second statement here says it occurs because of overproduction of immune cells in the body. Yes, this is also correct, and right answer becomes both 1 and 2. And not only this, actually cytokine storm is seen as a major cause of mortality in both 1918 to 20 Spanish flu that killed more than 50 million people worldwide, and H1N1, that is swine flu, and H5N1, that is bird flu in recent years. So increased pro-inflammatory cytokine can result in acute lung injury and can lead to ARDS, that is acute respiratory distress syndrome. Fine. Now next question. Consider the following pairs of ancient cave arts that were in news recently with their respective countries. So first is Maros Pangkep Crest Cave Art, Indonesia. So this cave art is considered to be the earliest figure artwork in the world, and these Pleistocene era paintings are located in Sulawesi Islands that lies in Indonesia. So first is correct. Second is Altamira Cave Art, Italy. This art is actually located in Spain and not in Italy. Also, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that dates back to the Upper Paleolithic age. Fine. So this is wrong. And third is Lascaux Cave, France. This cave is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the cave art here are 17,000 years old and they belong to France. Correct answer becomes only 1 and 3, that is option number C. Coming to last question, with reference to various biodiversity related conventions, which of the following is our correct statements? First statement says both Nagoya Protocol and Cartagena Protocol are supplementary agreements of Convention on Biological Diversity. First of all, talking about CBD, that is Convention on Biological Diversity, it is a multilateral treaty that was introduced at Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro and entered into force in 1993. So it has basically three main goals. First is conservation of biological diversity. Second is sustainable use of its components. And third is fair and equitable sharing of benefits that are arising from the genetic resources. Okay. Now talking about Nagoya Protocol, actually it proposes a transparent legal framework for effective implementation of one of the three objectives of CBD, and it was adopted in the year 2010. And talking about Cartagena Protocol, it is an international treaty that governs the movements of living modified organisms resulting from modern biotechnology from one country to another, and it was adopted in the year 2000 as a supplementary agreement to CBD. So both are the supplementary agreements of CBD. So this is right. And second statement says, while focus of Washington Convention is endangered animals, focus of Bonn Convention is endangered plants. Talking about Bonn Convention, or you can say Convention on Conservation of Migratory Species, it is an international agreement under United Nations Environment Programme, and it seeks to conserve migratory species, terrestrial, aquatic and avian. So this is not related to endangered plants, rather it is related to migratory species. And second is Washington Convention. What is this? You can also say it as Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, or you can say it as CITES. So this is a multilateral treaty for conservation of endangered species of animals and plants. So this was right, but due to Bonn Convention it is wrong. Correct answer becomes only 1. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. If you want to give any review, feedback or suggestion regarding these lectures, you can tell us in the comment section. Definitely we'll try our best to implement that. And now we'll meet again tomorrow with 5 more new and interesting questions. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. And please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.